I'm Ryan Douthit, this is Driving Sports TV, and today I am starting an epic adventure. I am driving from here, just outside of Sedona, Arizona, all the way home to Washington State. And I'm gonna do it in this, the all-new 2026 Subaru Outback Touring Edition. For this 7th generation Outback, pretty much everything is new. We have a refreshed interior, we have upgraded tech, and it even has a new exterior, which would probably be best described as polarizing. Under the hood is a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated boxer 4-cylinder engine. This makes a peak 180 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque. The transmission is a chain-driven CVT, and it powers all 4 wheels through Subaru's active symmetrical all-wheel drive system. The new 2026 Outback Touring Edition starts at $45,790 US. You can also get this with a more potent 260 horsepower turbocharged engine, of course. That will add roughly $2,600 more to the price of any particular trim. Because this is the more economical engine of the two, I am hoping to save some money on gas for this trip. EPA rates this at 31 miles to the gallon on the highway and 25 miles to the gallon in town. Of course, I will be taking a lot of dirt roads on this adventure, so yeah, those MPG numbers, they're right out the window. Okay, we got all of the basics covered. Now it's time to jump in this car and start this adventure. This episode of Driving Sports TV is brought to you by OnX Offroad. Click the link below to save 20% off your new membership using the code DSTV. I am really excited for this adventure. We got some big stuff that we're gonna visit along the way. Gonna hit a corner of the Grand Canyon, gonna climb up a 10,000-foot mountain, and may or may not go into the craters of the moon this time. It depends on how muddy and sticky it is. This is obviously not a wilderness version of the Outback. We will be filming that probably in January or February of next year. But I think one of the biggest questions with this new Outback is how comfortable is it for long adventures? How good is this new infotainment system? Because this is where road trips happen, in the front seat. And if you're not comfortable, it can really change something from being exciting to being absolutely miserable. As you can tell, we have the all-new infotainment system here, and this one already, I love it so much better than the old one. Now, I haven't found an off-road screen, something that shows me like, you know, the vehicle telemetry like we had on the old one. Hopefully they'll add that in a future update, but the core functionality is very good. And one of the best things is how quick it responds. This is so much faster of a system than the old one. Of course, this does support wireless Android Auto as well as wireless Apple CarPlay. And so far it's worked really well, no issues. Obviously on this long journey, we are gonna really find out how stable this new system is.
Turn right onto Boynton Pass.
Yes, ma'am. That of course is the built-in TomTom maps, which you can control over here, and then it also projects into the gauge cluster if you want it. Or of course you can change a view to something different if you prefer. I like having the overview on the main console and the turn-by-turn up here. I think that's like a perfect road trip setup. Man, Sedona, there's so many hikers out here and those really dangerous Jeeps that they've built up for safari tours. Wow, Sedona is crazy beautiful. Like, this place is so pretty. And it feels a little less...
After 0.3 miles, turn
Okay, I gotta figure out how to get her to stop talking. Mutings. Alerts only. Okay, there we go. We are gonna also, on this trip, try to figure out what the average MPGs are gonna look like for us. For this first leg, I'll probably rely on the built-in calculator, and then after that, we'll do the refill technique where I calculate how much gas goes back in after doing X number of miles. Man, this thing is quiet. Interior noise is one of those things that you don't really think is that big of a deal until you're in the car all day long. It really can be exhausting to just listen to rumbling or growling or road noise or wind noise all day long. And Subaru really worked on this one so that it would have better NVH. That's a lower amount of noise, vibration, harshness. And like just rolling along here at, 30 miles an hour, this thing is quiet. It's like luxury smooth. It's really nice, actually. Hopefully they haven't completely taken the fun out of it in the process of making it more calm, quiet, and comfortable. 45 minutes to Flagstaff. One of the downsides of driving a naturally aspirated 2.5 liter boxer is the fact that it can't compensate for altitude. So it's already down on power a little bit because I think we're at about 4,000 feet here. But we're going to be climbing all the way to 10,000 feet in this adventure. You lose a lot of horsepower when you go up that high. I think we'll still be fine, but it's just one of those things to keep in mind. And that is one reason why people who live at altitude really like turbos, is because you don't get that power loss. Same thing for electric and actually hybrids to a certain extent, because they take care of the lower end torque. And that actually brings me to a good question, is where's the hybrid Outback Subaru? Are we going to get one anytime soon? They've already said that the current hybrid system in the new Forester and Crosstrek isn't the right size for this vehicle. That's fine, that's great. I would like more power if they're going to do it. But I can't wait to see it. It's like, everybody's going to hybrid here, and even Subaru's going to hybrid with their smaller vehicles. But this Outback still holding on to that naturally aspirated 2.5 and the turbo 2.4. Oh well, they do have full electrics that are going to be filling this space pretty soon. The new Trail Seeker, very excited to see that. But, considering the miles that this Trek is going to take, I think I'll be okay to be down on power if it's going to save a few bucks in petrol, because I'm going to be buying a lot of gas over the next couple days. It's not going to be nearly as bad as my Land Cruiser, though. I think we were getting like 17 or something like that on the freeway in most cases. I mean, it is shaped like a brick, so what do you expect, right? This, as angular as it is, still has a better coefficient of drag than that Land Cruiser. Okay, road has finally opened up, got out of town. Let's see what this thing can do. So I could switch it over into manual now if I want to try to have some fun. Now this is, of course, a continuously variable transmission, so it's basically just emulating gears. We can do 8 fake gears. So, using the paddle shifters, we are over 5,000 feet of elevation here. So yeah, we are down on power. I'm feeling it. I can make the transmission make different noises, but it's not really giving any better performance here, nor does it really make it that much fun. So yes, we do have paddle shifters. No, you're probably not going to use them that much unless you're towing and need to use some compression braking down a hill. But outside of that, yeah, I think we're just going to put it back into drive. Now the road feel on this car is actually quite good. Even though they've made it, smoother and quieter, I can feel what my wheels are doing. The turn in is pretty solid, feels pretty good, decent tracking here. There is no actual sport mode or anything like that. It is what it is. They basically say, here's the one tune, hope you like it. And yeah, and I think in general, most people are going to like it. I always think that a lot of different drive modes are really kind of silly. There are some fundamentally fun ones, like the ones that remove traction control, like the rally mode and the Bronco Sport. That's a fun one. Also, an off-road capable drive mode. That makes sense when you're really locking down on those power distribution systems. That makes sense. But when you're on a road, going between eco and normal, I just think that's all kind of a little silly. If you want to drive eco, just be more calm and smooth with your gas pedal. It's not that hard. I kind of applaud Subaru for dropping drive modes. They even dropped SI drive. I mean, did anybody ever actually use that? Probably not. I only use it in these videos to demonstrate what it does, and it's not a heck of a lot. And this thing is quiet and smooth, though. Ooh, we got some squigglies up here. Yeah, let's drive the squiggles. Okay, maybe I'll go back to paddle shifters on this. Oh yeah. It's a momentum car. It does help actually to be able to, downshift for these corners without relying on the CVT. Get a little bit, punchier of an exit. That's kind of nice. Oh, dude, this road is awesome. The car sounds pretty good too, which I'm actually kind of surprised by. It's not loud. Nobody's going to hear anything on the outside, but on the inside it sounds pretty good. The handling on this is really good. I'm actually really surprised. Even with the 2.5, this is fun. I mean, just keep your expectations in check. And yeah, you can have a lot of fun with this thing. Oh. Oh, wait, and then you, oh, miss shift. No power there. Yeah, that kills. Definitely have to keep that revved up though. And this is not gonna help my MPGs, that's for sure. Oh, there we go. In the zone. Nice. Play Holiday Road by Lindsey Buckingham.
Holiday Road by Lindsey Buckingham, now playing on Apple Music.
Let's see if we can try out this hands-free mode. So the way that it works is apparently pretty seamless and straightforward. Just get onto the freeway here. Set the adaptive cruise control. And if it's on a geo-fenced highway, once it actually reads everything and it confirms everything, then my hands-on icon should turn blue. And those little indicators on top should turn blue. And then I can go hands-free. It's not happening. Come on, we're on Interstate 17. This should, I was kind of hoping this would work. Well, it has a really good adaptive cruise control system at least. I mean, so at least we got that going for us. Okay, I say monitor, it's on. Active driver assist is on. Collision avoidance. Blind spot warning, proximity warning. Just make sure everything is on here. Yep. Lane departure. Okay, driver focus needs to be on. Right, so you have to have distraction management system turned on in order to use the hands-free mode. I think it would have made sense to have a pop-up that says that. Well, now that we got that sorted, let's go ahead and turn off our blinkers and try a 0 to 60 at altitude with a 2.5 NA. This is gonna be slow. 3, 2, 1, punch it! Oh my goodness. We have a long runway, but it is not, come on! We just passed 60, but we had to get up to 75 here. Oh my, okay, we got there. Woo! That took some work. Yeah, that's why we don't do 0 to 60s out here in conditions like this. Yes, it's applicable to people who live at altitude, but that's not everybody. We'll do a proper 0 to 60 test when we get this back to our Peninsula Proving Grounds a little bit later. Now that we have driver focus turned on again, let's try out this hands-free mode, because this is a long, straight freeway. If it's gonna work somewhere, oh, we just went blue. Oh, we just went blue. Legitimately, I do not have to have my hands on the wheel at this point. It will drive. Now, it will also change lanes for me if I want to hit the blinker at some point, which is cool. Oh, also, fun fact, if I become incapacitated for any reason, it not only will pull over, it can actually go through multiple lanes and engage the blinker to move us over off the freeway. This is a pretty cool system. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, whoa, it's rude. It just cut off that person. Sorry. Pretty cool though. It doesn't seem very committed to its line. It's kind of like making little adjustments. Oh, we got a corner coming up here. Oh boy. I'm gonna keep my hands close for this one. Oh, it's a little late on the turn. Is it gonna find it? Is it gonna find it? Oh, it's doing it. Ah, this is a little nerve-wracking. The turn is getting a little tighter, but it's doing fine. I mean, this is just like when we first started doing adaptive cruise control like a decade ago. It was a little nerve-wracking at first, but now we've become, used to the tech. I think it's the same thing here. We just need to get used to the tech. I'm amazed that they're going to be rolling this out to production vehicles in like a couple months. I just am. Like, okay, this might make it worth getting a Touring just for this sake. But the Touring here actually has a lot of really great features. I mean, you do get the same infotainment screen and digital gauge cluster on all the Outbacks now. However, with the Touring here, you get leather covered seats, which feel really nice. You also get both heating and cooling on these seats. You get power adjustments both for driver and for passenger. We get the digital mirror here, which is kind of cool, very trick. And this even has the upgraded Harman Kardon sound system, which is best for, you know the song. Okay, well, this self-driving has been fun. I think it's time though to pop off the freeway and we're gonna head north to the Grand Canyon. You know, it's funny, I've been over the Grand Canyon. I've been in the same state of the Grand Canyon. I've driven, well, I guess I've had opportunities to go to the Grand Canyon, but I've never been to the Grand Canyon. So I'm thinking I want to try to find some fast food ahead before I go to the Grand Canyon, because it's getting about that time. It's 1:39, getting a little peckish, and I can't figure out how to do that with the navigation they've included here. I tried voice, navigate to fast food.
Which fast food would you like to go to?
Oh, I guess,
Can you say that again? I'm sorry, but I still didn't get that. Say, I'm so sorry.
Wow,
I'm having trouble understanding. Please use the screen controls or canceling.
She is really insistent. Like, calm down. Also, I want to see where they are on the map. I don't want to just pick some random place with some random address. I want to see where it is on my map. Thank you very much. Huh. I think ultimately it's pretty simple maps. It does have actually a lot of options, which is kind of nice. You can set up all these different route options down here, including if you want to do tolls, unpaved roads, that kind of stuff. Oh, we'll do unpaved roads, sure. And you can also do fast, short, eco. That's kind of cool. But beyond that, like if I just want to find fast food ahead, it's not really that helpful. So I think I'm probably not going to continue using this. Actually, right now, I guess let's go ahead and let's dump this one. So let's go ahead and cancel that. En route, yes. Now we'll just jump over to Apple Maps. Actually, I don't even have to use Apple. Yeah, let's do Apple Maps because I want to find some food stuff ahead. Navigate to the Desert View Watchtower.
One option is Desert View.
There we go. Okay, it's going to take us through Tessayen. I have no idea how to pronounce that. But yeah, we'll do that. $80 annual pass, baby. I guess I got to go to some more national parks. I have to say, park rangers, super nice, like every single time. The only time I've ever been yelled at by a park ranger was I was doing the Alcan 5000 rally around 2000. We were stopped over in this place in southern Alaska in the town of, oh, what was that town? It's known for having people drinking whiskey with a severed thumb in it. Can't remember the name of it. Anyway, small town. Walking out onto a platform, and they said that, you know, danger bears around. It's like, yeah, fine. I didn't see any bears. I'm sure there could have been, but didn't see any. Oh, I can drive a little faster here. And me and another person, we left the platform just briefly, just stepped off of it, and we got yelled at by a park ranger who I swear was our bartender from the night before. I think she was the only person in the whole town. It was a very small town. But anyway, yeah, so other than that, yeah, they're typically really cool. And of course, even in that case, yeah, we totally deserve being yelled at. Go. Apparently we just, the beta software just gave up. Okay, so that just happened. Everything went black. Let's pull over and see if actually, I'm not gonna pull over yet. Oh, everything black, okay, it all rebooted. So I do want to point out the car functioned completely normal while all the screens were dead. So not a problem. So for people who are like, oh, you won't be able to drive the car because you can't see the screen, that's actually not a problem. Of course, you have no idea what speed you're doing. And if you're trying to navigate somewhere, yeah, good luck with that. Wow, that was a hard reboot. I should probably mention that this car is pre-production, and the software on this is not the final release software, so we have to give it a little bit of grace when things like that happen. But we'll definitely be keeping an eye on that, not just in the coming days, but also in the coming weeks. Hopefully this one isn't as buggy as the last tablet style design one was. That took a few years to kind of get sorted. Quick update on MPGs. I have not been driving nice. I mean, we had the fun little twisty section. We've been climbing up hills. We've been stop and go. So pretty happy with what I get so far here. 27.2 MPGs, which, you know, that's a pretty good start. We'll definitely have some sections that are going to be a little bit more like highway cruising later. And I think that'll be a more, you know, honest assessment of a consistent MPG number. Yeah, we should be able to, I expect we'll be able to see a number pretty much around what the EPA rating is. That's quite a Wrangler build. Almost looks like a Defender from a distance. Okay, let's see what this is. So that was kind of cool. Didn't go up the tower though, because I gotta get somewhere before dark. I think that was a pretty solid day one. Now, in terms of mileage, didn't really put a heck of a lot on, but I think we used it to its maximum potential. 167.2 miles thus far, and the average MPGs according to the calculator is 28.8. Granted, did lots of stop and go, had a lot of fun in some of the twisty sections. So, you know, not exactly optimal MPGs here, but I think that we will get up to that EPA 31 once we're actually on a normal highway for a longer period of time. Seat, very comfortable. I love the fact that it had both heat and cooling. That's super nice. So right now, I'm gonna head to my hotel. We're gonna fade to black, and then we're gonna pick up tomorrow morning, heading into the mountains. This is a great road trip car. Like, so far, this is great.